Hello everybody, Hello everybody, welcome back to another Jurassic World Tour review. It's the Devil 100 here, and today we're going to be looking at the Rebirth Wild Roar Baryonyx. Now I got this figure at Walmart for about like $15, even though that's not the original retail price anymore. I swear inflation has gone up really bad. I remember when these figures used to be like $14.99. Now they're like $18 to $19.99. It's ridiculous. And this is just like for these figures. But anyway, I'm getting carried away. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a spoiler. I have two more figures right now, but it's not really a super detailed spoiler, but I'll tell you guys when that video comes out. But right now we're just doing the Baryonyx. And also, I'm also very hyped for this series and the movie, because the movie looks pretty good. And well, yeah. So this Baryonyx might be one of my favorites. That actually, you know what? Hold on, I just remembered. Way back in 2019 or 2020, Mattel, they released y'all remember the Dino Rivals line? They had a red Baryonyx or a green one, or I think they had a red and a green one like a while ago. So yeah, this kind of reminds me of that one, but this one has better detail and better paint job. So yeah, that was a while ago. But yeah, so I also have, damn, what was it? It was the Myosaur. Yeah, I have that one. That will be the next review coming up, the Myosaur. And soon I will get some more. And then maybe eventually I will go back to the Hammer collection, because I only have like 2-3 Hammer collection figures, because I'm really trying to get those. Those are expensive as hell, but I'm willing to buy them anyway. But anyway, here's the Wild Roar Baryonyx. You got the Rebirth logo down here. You got the painted Spinosaurus render down here. I like how the renders look. They're actually they're drawn and painted instead of like a 3D model render, unlike how they usually are. But yeah, so this is the figures that I was talking about. I don't know if you can see that. It's very dark down here. I apologize for that. But right there, you got the Ceratops, you got the Myosaur, and then you got the Utah Raptor. I'm really anticipated for the Utah Raptor. If I don't do the Myosaur next, I will do the Utah Raptor one next, because Utah Raptor is one of my favorite dinosaurs to ever evolve. So, and the Utah Raptor looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one next, most likely. But anyway, I'm about to open this up, and so yeah, there's one second. There's the Mattel logo, and then there's the action figure feature, and it shows you how to do you already know. But yeah, I'm about to open this up, and we're gonna take a closer look at this good looking figure. Alright, so now I got the figure out the packaging. Here's the tail it's like taped on the side and with some plastic. I'm gonna snap it in. You snap the tail in like this, and once you got it in, that thing is never coming out. That thing is tight in there. But yeah. Oh yeah, here's the Baryonyx. I really like the colors. I really like the pattern that they did with the colors. It's really nice. The detail is pretty cool. I just realized, if you rub your hand against like the osteoderm on here, the bumps at the top and stuff, it feels very sharp. So yeah, this figure feels very sharp. So yeah, I appreciate how sharp the figure feels. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna go over the details. So starting off with the claws randomly, they're not painted. They don't want to paint their claws, or the toe claws either. They're not gonna paint that, because we all know how much Mattel hates to paint the toe claws. But yeah, you got the tail. It goes. That's loud as hell. I'm about to take the batteries out after I get done. So yeah, you got the articulation. You're supposed to swing the tail up and down for jaw movement and tail movement. You do this. So yeah, then you got damn, this figure is sharp as hell. So then you got the brown, the dark red or brownish color at the top. And then you got the red eyes. My bad, not the red eyes, the green eyes. The eyes are green, the pupils are black. They did a good job. They did a good job with the eyes too. The teeth is not plastic. Thank goodness it's not plastic. That way the paint won't scrape off or anything. The teeth is actually made of rubber, so you can literally just play with the teeth. And they did the same thing for the bottom teeth too, even though you can barely touch it. So they got the glossy detail inside the mouth is pretty cool. I like how the head is like sculpted. It's pretty cool. Or the head is like molded. They got the finger claws. One of them is big, which is a good thing because it had a heavy claw. Baryonyx had a heavy claw. Then you have you got the speakers. I'm gonna play the noises one more time so we can just hear the noises. So I'm about to play this. So we all know that that's the Indominus Rex. That is not. I don't even know why they put Indominus Rex noises in a dinosaur that's not even related to it. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. Why do they put noises from a different creature into a toy? Why can't they just make their own noises? They have, even if they if there's noises that the Jurassic World brand owns, and they don't put them into the dinosaur and they don't really want that, they can make their own audio and put it in. But they could do that, but they're not going to most of the time. But whatever, it's not a big deal. But yeah, you got the tail. I'm not sure how long this figure is. It doesn't really matter that much how long it is. So yeah, the jaw closes up and down. You can twist the neck. Ooh, it's not making noises good. It's triggered by the tail, not by the head. So yeah, you can twist the head without the sounds going off. So yeah. Oh yeah, you can also twist the tail and do that. So this is what you can do. So yeah, there's really not too much to recover about this figure. But I'm really anticipated for this line. It just came out recently. I'm really anticipated for the other figures that I have to unbox and review. Really happy that we got this line. It's really cool so far. You got the Utah Raptor, and then you got some other figures coming out too that I'm really anticipated for. So yeah, I feel like the more Mattel releases more figures or more lineups, the more diverse their choice of species are going to be, which is very exciting. So they need to put oh yeah, another thing that Mattel needs to do, they need to put more reptiles in, not even just more dinosaurs. If they want to put more species of dinosaurs, that's cool too, as long as they have good concepts with them. So yeah, another thing that I feel like Mattel needs to do, they need to put in more reptiles like Deinosuchus, and we have a reptile that came out in the Epic Evolution line. What was it? It was Gripposaurus or Gripposuchus. That's what it was. Or was it? I think that's how you pronounce it. I haven't got that figure yet, but I will get that figure sometime. I'm not sure when. So yeah, that one is very exciting because more crocodilian related reptiles. They need to put more of that. They need to put Deinosuchus. They need to make an extra large or a medium large Deinosuchus figure, because we have Sarcosuchus, but that came out way back in 2019, 2020. But we need that would be awesome as hell. That would be really, really cool if they would make more figures like that and more species related like that. That would be hard as hell. That would be tough. So yeah, if they made more shit like that, then I can potentially see the income of their merch getting higher and shit, because they need to release more talked about species, more shit like that. Shit that's special, shit that's not really seen through the public eye that much. They need to release more shit like that, and I would be extremely happy and extremely grateful if they did that. So yeah, I feel like they should release Deinosuchus, that they don't even have a single figure of that species yet. That would be amazing if they did that. But yeah, there's not really much to talk about this figure. The only thing that I can talk about at this point is the anticipation of releasing more stuff, and the potential that they could get away with this with like dropping more cool ass shit, like low key. Like that would be awesome as hell if they did that shit. So yeah, so yeah, yeah, the detail on this figure is pretty cool. Everything about this figure is pretty cool. The osteoderm on the top is pretty. Oh yeah, and also one more thing, I just realized they went back. Mattel, they finally went back to putting the scan code tags at the bottom of the foot, because in the last lineup and all the other lineups before that for like the past 3 years, they were putting the scan codes like on the top, and you have to like pull up the thing and pull it up, and it's like a little scan code tag. So what you would have to do, well, I'll be back. I'll show you. I'm gonna make some comparisons anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some comparisons with this figure, and then I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So yeah, I bought a couple figures to demonstrate what I was talking about. So this is the what's it called? It's the Baryonyx from 2020. Yeah, this is like the early Camp Cretaceous Baryonyx, and then here's the new Baryonyx that just came out. So back in the older lines, they back in the older lines they put the scan codes. Well, this was like ever since the figures came out. Ever since Mattel made their figures, they were putting the scan codes at the bottom of the foot. And then ever since 2022, when the Minion lineup came out, they were putting the scan codes inside of here. And then last year, or my bad, this year, they recently just went back to putting them on the foot. So I'm pretty sure some people were complaining about that, I guess, because I mean, it wasn't even that bad. I was surprised that they switched up and did that, but I didn't think they were going to go back to doing it. I didn't think they were going to do that. But anyway, here's some comparisons real quick. Here's this Ceratosaurus. I don't think I reviewed this yet. I don't think I have. I might review it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. And if I don't review it in one video, I'm going to review it in a different video. I'm not sure. So yeah, here is the Chaos Theory Ceratosaurus. And then this is the Camp Cretaceous, or the 2020-2021 Camp Cretaceous Baryonyx, which is obviously, see, look at this one. They painted the toe claws on this one, and it's worse. It has a worse build and everything than this one. Like, dude, look at the toe claws. I just realized something. The toe claws on this one and that one, these ones are a lot bigger and they're a lot like straight. So these ones look a lot, especially the ones in the middle. That ones look really, really big. So yeah. The finger claws are pretty much the same. The head sculpture is a little bit different. If you look at these two head sculpt, you can barely tell that this one is a lot more narrow and less bulky, and this one is a little bit more broad, but shorter, I think. Maybe they're the same length, I'm not sure, I can't really tell, but whatever. But this one's a lot better. It has better detail. The teeth is sharper. It has better detail on the teeth than this one. And so yeah, this one looks cool, but this one looks a lot better. But yeah, that was pretty much it. But yeah, that's the review. Thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow the Instagram if y'all like to. That would be very appreciated. Oh yeah, and also one more thing, from now on, I'm going to be reviewing multiple figures in one video. So it's going to be like a little bit of a lot, kind of. It's not going to be a big lot. I'm going to review like maybe 2 or 3 figures in one video, especially if they're in like the same lineup or something. So the next video coming out, I'm going to be reviewing the Utah Raptor. I'm going to be doing this in one video. I'm going to be reviewing the Myosaur, the Utah Raptor, and pretty much the rest of the wave that consists of wave 1 of the World Strikers. So wave 1 is going to be Narutoceratops, Myosaur, and Utahraptor. I don't have Narutoceratops yet, but I will get him soon. I don't have the Utahraptor yet, but I will get him soon as well. So I'm going to be reviewing Myosaur, Utahraptor, and Narutoceratops in one video. That's going to be the next video. And maybe it's going to be an extra figure in there too as well. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, if y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.